Now we will run our demo of creating an AWS Lambda function, and what it does, it will convert a CSV file into a JSON file. So you can clone this repo if you do not have this code, and for the basic understanding of AWS Lambda, you can refer my previous blog or video. So what we will be doing in this demo, we are creating a bucket. So there is one source S3 buckets and the target S3 bucket. We will create a lambda functions. That lambda function is actually converting the code of CSV files to JSON. We will zip the files, upload that zip in source S3 buckets, and then we will create that lambda functions, create an IAM roles, all the permissions, create a triggers and test it. So I have this code here. So let me show you. So these are my Python code for creating a S3 bucket. So you can put your name, and this is how you can create the bucket. So I have these two buckets already created, DevOps for Solution Source, and this is the target bucket. Okay. So we already did the two steps. Now we need to create a lambda function. So here you can see that this is the Python code for creating a lambda function. So here I have provided the my what is my target bucket, and this is the code of converting the files. So this is a very simple code. So yes, so now you have created this lambda functions which you do the parsing, and then you can store it. So let me first zip this. So let me just run this code, or I already have this zip. So but yeah, you can just zip it if you need it, and then you can just copy this on your source bucket. So let me just run this command. Okay, so now you can see that it has uploaded it. So we have successfully uploaded the zip file. So we have uploaded our function in the S3 bucket. Now we need to create an IAM role which give access to the lambda function, which with policy AWS lambda execute. So I have created this pay processing lambda role already, and this is where I have assigned this AWS lambda execute policy, and this is what it is doing: action logs and S3 get objects, and this is what the permission is. Okay, so I have created the IAM roles. Now let's create this lambda function. So you can create it using GUI also, like here create functions, all those things, or you can use the AWS CLI also. So AWS lambda create functions where you can provide your function names, your runtime, like it's a Python. You need to define the role. Okay, so this is the role which we have created. Handler, lambda function dot lambda handler, this is the handler. You can provide the description, your timeout, memory code, and the code S3 buckets from where it needs to take the code, right? So we have put the code in the S3 bucket, so it should be able to take it from there, and you can provide the tags also. So let me just run this command to create the lambda function. So this command will create a lambda function. Same steps you can do it from the GUI also. So it's the same thing. Here you can see that you provide the function name, you can provide the runtime, and default execution role. You can use your existing role which I have created, right? You can do this in the advanced settings. You can define your mm, configurations, and you create a function, and after you create the functions, then you can configure it for the memory and all those configuration. So here you can see that it has created this, and you can see this output from your console also. So here you can see that it has created this function, and you can see that the function is there. Okay, and all the settings. Okay, so now it's there. Now we need to add the permission. So what the permissions, like how S3 bucket will call this lambda function, right? So here you can see AWS lambda add permission, and this is the function name, lambda S3 permission invoke function. Okay, because we need to invoke this. So here you can provide your source account and all those things. So let me just run this now. Okay, so meanwhile it is running, I want to show you here in the permissions right now there is an execution role. Execution role is so that AWS AWS resources Lambda function needs access. Okay, so that is what the execution role means. And here you can see resource based policy. That means which AWS resources can trigger this Lambda function. So that's what we have called right now. So let me just refresh it. Okay, so as soon as you run this command, add permission, so here you can see that it comes. So this is the resource based policy and we call it as the function policy also. So this means that it is allowing your S3 bucket, this S3 bucket, to trigger this Lambda function. So that is what this resource based policy means. Okay, now we need to add a trigger, like whenever an object is put in the S3 bucket, then um, then the function should be called. Okay, so you can run this. So this is also how you can do, and this is from where you can do, like in this configuration you can create a trigger, you can select a trigger, you can select this S3, right, bucket. Like I have this DevOps for solutions, all objects create events, you can do like this, and I acknowledge, and that's what. Okay, before that, before I do this, I wanted to show you in DevOps for solutions source. If you go there and there is an event notifications, so you can see that for this particular function you can see that this event is there. So I need to delete that, because it's, if your function writes, ensure that you are using different S3 buckets for input and output. Yeah, that is also one thing, otherwise recursive invocation can happen. Okay, so this is how you can create a triggers. Let me click on add. So here you can see that I get this error. So what does that mean? Configuration on the same bucket cannot share a common event type. Why this happens? Because I already have this event here, so I need to delete this. Okay, now let me just add it. Okay, so now you can see that it's added now, and if I go there and refresh my S3 bucket, and if I go to event notification, you can see what does that mean. Whenever something happens on this S3 bucket, it will trigger this destination, and as soon as it trigger the function, what it will do, it will convert the file and put it in the target bucket. So let's do this. I mean, whatever you have configured in your function, it will work accordingly. Okay, so now let's just test it. So I have this file, let me just put it in the source file, I mean source bucket. Okay, so I have uploaded this file, and now I'll refresh it, and you can see in the target it is created in the JSON file, because that's what my Lambda function is. In the source I have CSV file, and in the target it has created the JSON file. So this is what this Lambda function actually does. So you need to be very careful about the IAM roles, like the execution role and the function policy, and you need to define the triggers, like which will trigger your Lambda function. So all those things here. Thank you.